My name is Captain Edmund Harrington of Her Majesty's 14th Bengal Lancers. In 1873, while stationed in the fever-ridden jungles of western Bengal, I made a discovery that still haunts me to this day. During one of my explorations, I stumbled upon an ancient temple half-swallowed by vines. But this was no ordinary ruin. Its walls were built entirely from thousands of human bones, femurs, ribs, and skulls mortared together in grotesque patterns. Inside stood life-sized statues carved completely from bones, their hollow eye sockets staring with unnatural patience. As I ventured deeper, lantern in hand, a blood-curdling scream tore through the chambers, the scream of a woman being torn apart. Then another, and another. In the central chamber, I found a heavy stone lid carved with strange symbols. Overcome by curiosity, I pried it open. A narrow staircase led down into darkness. The air that rose was cold and foul. I descended. At the bottom, in a low vault, 3 figures stood motionless in the shadows. One was a tiny man, no taller than my knee, with too many teeth. Beside him loomed a giant whose head scraped the ceiling. Between them stood a faceless figure, smooth bone where I should have been, yet it turned its head toward me as if it could see perfectly. They didn't move. They simply watched, and smiled. I slammed the lid shut and fled. That night, the screams followed me in my dreams. The next morning, I returned with armed men and carts to claim the abomination. But when we reached the spot, the temple had changed. The entrance to the underground chamber had vanished. The bone statues now faced us directly. New skulls with traces of flesh had appeared in the walls overnight. Then the screams erupted again, this time from inside the walls themselves. Dozens of trapped souls crying out at once. We ran. Later expeditions found nothing. The bone temple had simply disappeared. As if it had moved on, waiting for the next curious soul. To this day, in the quiet nights back in England, I still hear those piercing screams echoing from the jungles of Bengal. And sometimes, I wonder if those smiling bone figures are still down there, patiently waiting in the dark. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any real-life horror incident.